Hi everyone, I'm Brent Bailey. Today I want to talk just a little bit about personal protective equipment, also known as PPE, why we should wear it, when we wear it, and how we can encourage others to do that, not only at work but also at home. So, just real quick, I want to show you a few of the reasons why I work safe every day and how I remind myself of this every day to work safe. As you can see here, I keep pictures of my family posted behind my desk. And like I said, that's just a reminder for me. Uh, One of the few reasons why I work safe and why I want to go home every day just the way that I came to work. So that's something to ask yourself. What are some of the reasons that you want to be safe and why you want to, use this PPE to be an impact on you? So, according to OSHA, which is the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, and EHSAtoday.com, over 90% of the workplace accidents could be prevented with PPE. These accidents cause, there's nearly 300,000 of these accidents every year that send people to the hospital or emergency room that could have been prevented from proper PPE. So, I've been working around high voltage power lines for 17 years now, and I can proudly say that I've never been involved in any serious accidents. And that's thanks to the PPE and working with companies that care about our safety and provide this personal protective equipment for us. So, I currently work for AEP PSO here in Okmulgee. I'm working foreman on a distribution line crew. And I have a responsibility every day to not only keep myself safe, but others around me. And it's my job to encourage them to keep up with their PPE, take care of it, and to use it when needed. So, safety can be a dreaded topic in the workplace. Nobody really likes to have the discussion about safety and the PPE, why we should use it, why we shouldn't, and how to use it. But it's something we've got to have, and we need to have a positive attitude about it and try to help convince others that this is a positive thing and it is for our safety and just a reason that we want you to go home safe at the end of every day. There are many different types of PPE. They can vary depending on what type of work you're doing, where you're doing your work, what your employer requires, and but just a few of the things that we use here, which are pretty common basic items that are going to be used anywhere, and that's our safety glasses, our hard hats, and our gloves. We're going to have different types of gloves depending on what type of work we're doing. But no matter what we're doing, we're always going to be required to wear gloves, for our own safety. So, we'll look on our PowerPoint here, which that included all of our different items of PPE. And also, when do we use our PPE? Like we said, we're going to use it at work for sure, and at home. We do many different things at home that could require PPE, whether we're mowing the lawn, weed eating the grass, or whatever. I always keep these on my hat every day when I go home, so I have them with me. No matter what I'm doing, I can slip them on if need be. What about when we're driving? Our seatbelt. That's personal protective equipment. Anytime I drive, whether if it's at work or on the weekends from home, whatever it may be, I'm gonna put that seatbelt on and try to protect myself. So, OSHA requires that all employers protect their employees, and they will also require them to provide that proper PPE for the employees, and also kind of supervise that it is being used and used in the proper way. So how do we convince others around us, that PPE is a good thing and safety is a good thing and it's a good habit to get into? One, we can train them, kind of show, have the proper training of what to use, when to use it, how to use it. And in my opinion, more than anything, it's going to be having a positive attitude about it. If I can encourage somebody else, that, hey, it's not a bad thing to wear these glasses when we need to, or wear those gloves when we need to, or just to teach them the right habits of using the right equipment at the right time. I think having a positive attitude about it really will encourage them to go ahead and go with it. So I could tell many stories about why we should wear PPE or how many close calls we've had. But there's one in particular that I want to share with you. And this comes from a guy that I met out of Beaumont, Texas. I went to a safety conference down there a few years ago. And very, very nice guy. Very powerful message. And I want to share a little bit of that with you today. He was the first to admit if he'd have wore his safety glasses that day, his life wouldn't have been changed forever like it has been. I'm sorry I can't remember the guy's name, but I'll always remember his story. He was an avid bird hunter and loved to hunt with his family, and that's what they did on the weekends, when he was away from work. So that weekend he went home, went to take his boys hunting, just didn't take the time to put his glasses on. And while bird hunting that day, somebody shot in his direction, and he said it was like a switch. It was the last time he ever seen daylight. Somebody shot him right in the face. Wasn't a fatal injury by any means, but the bird shot in the eyes. The doctors wasn't able to save his eyes, and he's never seen anything since then. So we just got to remember that it can happen that quick. And we can put our glasses on just as fast as we can get hurt with them or without them. So just take the time. That's a very powerful story message to me, and I hope that will help convince some of you guys that PPE is a positive thing, and it's something we need to consider every day. Let's take that extra second to put our glasses on, put our hard hat on, gloves, whatever it may be, and make sure we get home at the end of the day just like we came to work. So thank you guys for watching, and I'd like to say thanks to OSHA, Armor Eyewear, and EHD.com for help providing me with the information for this speech. Thank you, and have a safe day.